I want to say thank you to all my friends, to all my fans, to all my supporters around the world. People from US, UK, Spain, Italy. Thank you for your support. People from France. If I don't measure Sweden, Australia, West Africa, here in Nigeria. God bless you for your support and for your kind words. Thank you all. And I have a message again to women. You women attacking me, following my messenger to attack me, say e no go better for me. Listen and listen very good. It don't better for me already. My message to you is to fear God and respect your husband and train your children in the ways of God. Some of you ask me, the only woman they train children. You are a role model to your children. They follow your footstep. Respect your husband. On that note, my message today is regret. I want to talk about regret. That is today's message. When a man begins to regret to have you as a wife, that means you have failed him. When you walk out on your husband when he's talking, when you argue with him when he's talking, when you call phone on your husband when he's talking, you have made your husband to regret to marry you. You have failed. Educated woman, fine woman, wise woman, but you argue with your husband. You make him to regret, and your children follow your footstep. Anybody watching this video now, this video message, send it to all the children in the secondary school and university. Send it to all the women around the world. I said that your husband is the master. Don't argue with the master. Don't argue with the master and don't walk out on the master when he's talking. Even when the master is talking rubbish, don't argue with him. Don't argue with him. Don't walk out on your husband. Don't walk out on your father. This message go to women and children. Listen to my word. This is a message from heaven. This message is not from Felix Ogbonnah. It's from above. Some of you say, why you know they quote the Bible? You know James, you know Paul, you know Peter. All the Christians all over the world. Where will I start to tell you about Bible that you don't know? You know from Genesis to Revelation, but what you don't know is that you don't fear God and you don't respect your husband and you don't respect your fathers. And I want to also use this opportunity and thank some of the men who called me and said, Mama, I have started to take care of my father now. I call my daddy and apologize. God bless you all. Continue to take care of your father is a good thing. Women, I don't want to deviate from what I'm saying now. This message is about regret. When your husband begin to envy a man in face me and face you. Men in face me and face you, their children respect them a lot. Their wife respect them. Men in one room. Come to this Lagos. Go to face me and face you houses. You see, in one room, there are 5 children and husband and wife. They live in peace there. Even their women is the one bringing the food. Still, they still serve their daddy. They still serve her husband food in peace with respect. And the children follow her footsteps. Every mother is a role model. Every woman is a role model. Be a role model to your children. Let your children follow your good step, Don't argue with your husband ever again. Don't walk out on your husband when he's talking. And don't cut phone on your husband. It's a crime before God. It's a crime. You boy, you girl, don't argue with your daddy. When your daddy asks you not to follow certain person, don't follow that person. He is your father. He is the master. Listen to your daddy. Even when your daddy say, come, he want to give you advice. Even if his talk is not making sense, listen to that yeye talk. It will be useful at the end of the day. Listen to be your father. Listen to your husband. Don't argue with your daddy. Don't argue with your husband. This message go to women and children. I beg you in the name of God. Women, you have made your husband to regret to marry you. Do you know now? Your husband who escaped poverty, do you know what it means for a man to escape poverty in this Nigeria? For somebody to escape poverty in Nigeria. The man, so many men, they have houses. And you children, you can eat 3 square meals a day. Some children only see once and eat. Still, they respect their dad and their mommy. People in Face Me and Face You, they eat once a day. Still, they respect their dad and their mommy. But you that have 3 square meal, you insult your daddy. Don't you know it's a privilege to eat 3 times a day? It's a privilege for your daddy to pay house rent and even buy house and even send you to school and pay your school fees. It's a privilege. Some children carry something on their head with their mother, waka the whole Lagos before they will train one person out. When that one come out, they will train the second one. They sell groundnut. Some sell moi, some sell donut. Still, when they go home, they respect their daddy. Some of them, their daddy is sick there. They will still, after selling, they will still go and buy medicine and give to their daddy with their mother. They will, you see, people in Face Me and Face You. Let me go back to village. Do you know that your husband now envy a man in the village? The man that he dash money. When they go to people from overseas, all Nigerians in overseas, when they come back to their village, they now envy the village men who have good wife and good children. Oh God, this is a crime. Women, you have failed. If you are listening to me, you have failed. Instead of you to hate me, change your evil ways. Instead of you to say, I hate this woman, you know, Sabi speak English. Is she married or is she not married? If she is begging for money, she's begging for attention. I am begging you to train your children. That is what I'm begging for. Because when your children become useful, it will favor you, not me. Children, listen again. Let me tell you. Anytime you argue with your daddy, anytime you walk out on your daddy when he's talking, anytime you cut phone on your daddy, you have made him to regret. And when he regrets, there's a cause attached to that regret. The cause comes naturally. You will not see good when you walk out on your daddy. When you talk back at him, you will not see good. Because when he regrets, there's a cause attached to that regret. That regret means cause. He's angry. Don't make your daddy angry. Let me say it now. Let the whole world hear it. God give men power to bless and curse. Power from above. God give men power to bless and curse. When your daddy bless you, I'm telling you, he must be well with you. Any child listening to me now, when your daddy bless you, blessing from heaven, it shall be well with you. But when your daddy curse you, you are finished in life. God do not give women power to bless. Their blessing is sentiment. Because you know how women bless? Even if you steal, come and give them money, they will bless you. God don't regard their blessing. When your mommy bless you, the blessing is useless. Quote me, Felix Ogbonnah is my name. You can meet me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Felix Ogbonnah is telling the whole world that God do not give women power to bless. You don't have power to bless. Any child you bless, it means nothing. God give men power from above to bless their children. And when they bless, it's permanent, it's peace, it's success. That is power from above. Man and woman, they are not the same. They are not mates. If you like, you go university. If you like, you be president too. Man and woman, they are not this. There's no competition between man and woman. Don't argue with your husband. I don't want to deviate. Don't walk out on your husband when he's talking. Even if he's not making sense, don't argue with your husband. Don't walk out on him when he's talking. Children, I beg you, don't make your daddy again to regret having you as a child. When your daddy begin to regret, when he begin to cry inside, why did I marry this woman? Why did I marry this? I have made a mistake. There's a cause. I repeat it again, there is a cause attached to that regret. Don't allow your husband to regret again. Don't allow your father to regret again. Anytime, listen again, anytime you argue with your husband, or you walk out on him when he's talking, or you cut phone on him, you have made him to regret. There's a cause following you up and down. No pastor will deliver you. No man of God in this world will deliver you from that cause. Because when he died in that regret, when you cause him that secret pain, he die with that pain. I'm telling you, those children will not see better. You and those children will not see better. It's not a cause from Jane. It's natural cause from above. Don't make your daddy die crying. Don't make your daddy die regretting having you as a child. Young boys, listen. Even when your mommy is brainwashing you, don't listen to her. Use your brain. Children in overseas, in America and Britain particularly, listen to your father. Your father will never mislead you. Your mother use sentiment and die while you love. Their love is fake. Mother's love is fake. On sentiment, love is sentiment. No. When your daddy say, my child, don't follow so person, don't follow that person. When your daddy call you and say, my son, I don't want you to associate with certain family, certain friends, don't do it. Obey your daddy. Your daddy is wise. God give men natural wisdom. They have something upstairs. Men have natural wisdom from above. With money or without money, respect your daddy. Why are middle class men in pain? The men in middle class, the men who have money to feed their family, the men who took first in their community. Do you know what it means for your father or your husband to take first in his mate? When they were growing up, he married first, he built house first, he buy motor first. He have children first, but because of bad wife and children, the man have carried the last. Look at poor children from poor home. They are now making it because they respect their father and they receive a blessing from their father. They make it more than the children who were born in a middle class home, children who were born in a very rich home. Instead of it to be a plus to you, to fly in life, you have failed. You have failed. You failed yourself, you failed your father. You failed the entire world. Don't walk out on your father, because anytime you walk out on your father, anytime you are going with your daddy, you have made him to regret to have you as a child. Child, listen to me. My name is Felix Ogbonnah again. A message from heaven. This is a message from above. Don't fight your father again. If you have phone now, if you're not with your father now, go and call your dad and start to apologize. Say, Daddy, forgive me for all the insult. Ask your daddy for forgiveness. Now, that is the message. So that he will cancel that regret. I beg you in the name of God. Anybody watching this video, and a video message now, call your daddy. Say, Daddy, forgive me. Daddy, forgive me every wrong I have done to you. Forgive me. If you're a wife now, call your husband, and if you're not with your husband, go and kneel down, dobale like Yoruba. Begin to beg your husband, say, forgive me. Forgive me. Because some of your children, you don't know what is happening to them. It's because the man is regretting. And that regret, even the man did not know that regret means cause. There's a cause attached to regret when a man regrets. Woman, you have no power to bless your child. There's no competition. Your blessing is breeze. Blessing from men is powerful. It's a divine blessing. And when they curse, you're finished. When you make your husband curse you or regret, that regret means curse. You are finished in life. Forget you are getting small money. For a while, you get money. But you will not find peace again. I beg you in the name of God. Don't argue with your husband again. Don't walk out on him. Don't disrespect him again. Do you know anytime you walk out on your husband, anytime you talk back at him, you have finished him. You have reduced him. You have humiliated him. Do you know before your husband married you, so many people asked him not to marry you. But he said no, he will marry you. He insisted and married you. Instead of you to prove to your husband that you will not fail. Instead of you attacking me, instead of you to hate me, prove to your husband that now you will become a good wife. Now your children, that the children you bear to him will become good children to him and the entire world. Proof. What men need is proof. When you say men are difficult, men are not difficult. Men are the most beautiful thing I ever seen in my life. Men are perfect. With money or without money, men are perfect and good. What he needs is proof. Prove your loyalty to your husband. What he needs is respect, nothing more. What men need is peace, respect from their wife, respect from their children. When he's talking, you listen. Don't go out with that woman. You listen and go inside and sit down. If that person calls, you say, my husband said I should not go and sit down. He's a master. He is in charge. Even if you're the one working, I don't care. God don't even care. Even if you're the one making the money, God wants it to be so. He gives you the money to make the money. That does not give you the right to challenge your husband. I don't care if you're the one making the money. Respect your husband. Period. Money is paper. Respect your husband. How can your husband be regretting? Envying a man in poverty, envying a man in village because they have good wife and good children. The man will go to village and dash people money. He'll be looking at them. He now wish, I wish, now my wife and children be that. He the envy a man in poverty. Instead of you, that God has given you a privilege to have a husband who can feed you and pay house rent, and even buy a house. It's a privilege. Do you know how your husband went to overseas? They sell land. Some borrow money. Some do odd jobs in this Lagos. In any way, they do odd jobs to raise money. They do fasting before they went to overseas. When he reached you and married you, carry you to overseas, you and your family turn to tiger. I don't want to deviate. Regret. Anytime a man regrets marrying you, you're finished. Don't allow your husband to regret again. Prove to him. Prove to your husband. Don't attack me. Prove to your husband. Children, prove to your daddy that you will not fail him again. That you will be a good child. Listen to your daddy. Don't walk out on your daddy. Don't cut phone on your daddy. And don't talk when your daddy is talking. When your daddy finish talking, when your husband finish talking, give him time. Even if it's not that day, the next day you can go to him and explain things. Give him reasons to believe you. Give him reasons to support him, whatever the argument is. I beg you. Some of you say your husband used to beat you. Why did he beat you? When he's talking, you're talking back. Man na. He go blow you, come out. You go call police. Lock him. You know, go better for that woman. No? With money or without money, don't make your husband to regret to marry you. That is my message. That is my message. Regret is the title of the message today. Don't allow your daddy, don't allow your husband to regret again. Be a good wife. Be a good children. Women, remember you are a role model. You are a role model. That is my message. My name is Felix Ogbonnah again. All the men, I hand all over all the men, the hand of God. God protect you and give you peace. If your wife come back and beg for forgiveness, please forgive her. If the children come back and say, Daddy, forgive me, forgive your children, so that they can find peace, so that they can be useful. Because anytime you regret having that woman as a wife, there's a cost attached to that. God give men the power to curse and to bless. Please, forgive your wife and forgive your children when they come to beg. Thank you. I love you all.